Hey y'all, welcome to what I hope will be a really fun video to watch. It's going to be a total holiday glam transformation. I'm going to be transforming from this into this. And even more exciting than the makeup itself, it's a big collab video. There are a whole bunch of content creators on YouTube who are all going to do total holiday glam transformation videos and post them all today. They should all already be up and I'll be linking them all in the description box down below. I feel like this is a really good video for that kind of collab because it's a fun one to watch, and by clicking through and watching all of them, you'll really get to know a whole bunch of different creators, their makeup styles, their presence on camera. So if you're looking for more people to watch, especially like if you're looking for cool people, like people who are cooler than me, because I feel like everybody else in this collab is a lot cooler than me. I think that they included me by mistake. The original group is the group that Amanda Z got together to do a video where she took recommendations from some people that she likes to watch, and she's definitely cooler than me. And then the person who decided to pull that group together to do this collab is Khaki. She's like way cooler than me. So if you're not watching those two, absolutely you should be following them. But I've clicked through and looked at everybody who's involved in this group, and everyone is really, really amazing and really, really cool. And also Ted, Buffalo Beauty Boy, has been included in this collab, and he's like the coolest of all. So yeah, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, then hi, welcome. I'm Hannah, and I love beautiful things, so I have a beauty channel, but I'm all too aware that spending can become an issue for people who love beauty, so there's an undercurrent of awareness about that on my channel. And if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll subscribe right now. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. So I kind of know what I'm gonna do, but I don't totally know what I'm gonna do. I have like a lot of makeup before me, and I'll tell you my idea and then I'm just gonna jump right into it, because I think that the idea is that I'm kind of like bringing you along on the journey that I would be going on if I were getting ready for a holiday party. Like, I'm not going to any holiday parties this year, no actual in-person ones, but I want to have the experience. And I think that this was Khaki's idea, like, to not deprive ourselves of the experience of sitting down and getting into like a really glam look for a holiday party. And the cool thing is, I actually do have a little holiday Zoom coming up this evening with my friends Simbri and Lauren. Simbri runs an Instagram account, Simbri Thinks, and Lauren is, you know, the famous Lauren of the YouTube channel, Lauren May Beauty. And we decided to have a little holiday get together. So we're all gonna be in holiday glam, and we're gonna be having holiday drinks, which is supposed to be part of this collab as well, but it's too early in the day for me quite yet to be having holiday drinks. By the time I get to the end of the makeup, I might be able to like have a little tipple as we get towards the end of the video, but I don't want to start like at this moment. But I think that not everyone in the collab is going to be, but some people are going to be indulging as they get ready. So my plan, my sort of vision, is to have a pretty soft glam bronzy gold eye using a bunch of textural gold. So gold shadow, gold glitter. I think that I might use 365 from JD Glow. And I also have these two liquid glitters that I might use. I think that this is the kind of tone that I'm gonna be going for, kind of that slightly silvery gold textured effect on the eyes. But in my makeup advent calendar today was this. It's like a coal, like a smoky coal eyeliner that's taupe. So I feel like in order to integrate this, I have to not use black on the eyes except for my mascara. So it's gonna be kind of a soft eye look. Like, this taupe will go really well, I feel like, with the golds, like the textured kind of greeny taupey golds. And I'm gonna just try to like, not too structural on the eyes. And then I want to pair that with a super matte velvety red lip. So I'm gonna wear Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon. And I don't want my skin to be too matte, because if I wear this super matte lip, I don't want it to be just like an entirely classically crusty matte look from the eyes down. But I might have to mattify a little bit because I've got so many blemishes going on right now that I don't know if I'll be able to do just like that effortless glossy face look. So it's probably gonna be a balance between fresh looking matte and fresh looking dewy skin without too strong of a blush look, because it's gonna be a strong eye look and a strong lip look. So that's my vision. I'm gonna zoom you in and do the eyes, and I don't know how much I'll be like narrating through. I don't really know. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna zoom you in and do it, and we'll just see how it goes. And I might go in a totally different direction altogether. I often do. Okay, here we are, very zoomed in, very real. Before I go in with my eye look, I'm actually gonna do my brows. I'm just gonna stick them up with soap and laminate them down. Okay, and even though my brows aren't totally even and totally kind of naturally filled in, I don't think I'm gonna fill them in. I'll kind of check back in at the end, or I'll try to remember to and see how I feel. I'm just leaving them in this pretty sculpted shape. So I filled them with soap, stuck them down, and then I pushed them into like a pretty groomed shape with the spoolie, because I know that the look itself is going to be quite soft, and I often find that it works really well to have contrast between the eye look and the brows in terms of like softness and structure. So a lot of times I'll use sort of really soft blown out eyebrows for a structured or simple eye look, and then for a soft blown out eye look, a structured brow can really help hold it together. I'm really excited about using 365 from JD Glow, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that all over both of my lids. And another thing that I know that I'm going to do is to use this Lancome kohl liner in my waterline and tightline, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there as well just to build from it. As you can see, I went ahead and put some of that liner into my outer corner as well. I know that I'm going to be deepening up the outer corner of this look, and so I decided I might as well lay it down as a base for that. So now I'm going to blend all of this out. I'm going to smudge out underneath my lash line with a shadow and blend out the edges of the gold with a shadow. I need something that's not too deep to start with, but I also don't want it to be too orange. Like I don't want it to be a camel color. I need it to be kind of like a soft pale taupe. So I'm gonna look around and see if I can find something like that. Okay, I decided to try going in with Golden Olive. This is a Colored Rain single, and it's not really taupe and it's also not a matte, but I prefer working with metallic shadows. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this and then see if I need to go in with some kind of matte to kind of ground it more than what this will provide. I just wanna go in with this first and see what happens. Okay, so I really like what that did under the eyes, and I was able to deepen up the outer corners a little bit, get some dimension. I really like how it's looking, but it's definitely too dark of a shadow to blend the entire gold, like the line of the edge of that gold across the top and up close to my brows. I need something paler for that. And I think I am going to be very careful and go in with something either matte or almost matte, but I need to find something. All right, I'm gonna try it with this shade from the gold palette. Okay, that wasn't what I was looking for. It's too dark. It did blend it out a little bit, but I'm looking for something like truly like bone color. So I'm gonna go in with this matte from the Persona Cosmetics Identity 2 palette. It's called Kind. Okay, that did blend it out. I feel like it's leaning into green more than I expected it to. I'm gonna try to tone it down with just some random like mid-tone bronze eyeshadows that I have lying around. Okay, there. So it still has that kind of grungy green undertone, but I feel like this is a little bit, just a little more neutral, a little bit more sort of that blown out, slightly color shifting gold that I wanted. But I do really like Golden Olive on my lower lash line. It's the only thing that's down there. Well, actually, before I do the glitter, I'm gonna go in with just a tiny bit of like some more of those bronzes and blend it out even more because I want it to be a little bit softer down there. I said softer, but what I meant was that I wanted to cover more surface area. Like I just wanted more of a blown out lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with this. This is a liquid glitter that's by Deck of Scarlet that was given to me when I was at BeautyCon a couple of years ago. I'm just gonna trace it along my lash line. It's kind of a rose gold, so I feel like the slight silvery warmth in it will contrast what's there already and kind of give it even more dimension and texture. I'm gonna start by tracing it along my lash line, but then I'm gonna try to build it up onto the middle of my lid in some areas. All right, I like that. I feel like it's very unstructural, but I feel like there are a whole bunch of different like neighborhoods of glitter and gleam on my eye that's like totally different shades and tones of gold. I'm just closing my eyes while I let that dry because I really want it to dry in like a solid sheet like that. Okay, before I pile on the mascara, I do think that close up like this, it looks really, like the surface of my lids look really extraordinary. But when I back up, I can see that I might need a little bit more depth in the outer corner to make it feel as glam as I want it to feel. I think there needs to be just a little bit of smokiness. So I'm gonna find a quite dark brown and just really, really pack it in the outer corner. Maybe even mix in a tiny bit of black. I really don't want it to be like a smoky black look, but I do want that depth. Perfect, that was just what I needed. Now I'm gonna pile on the mascara and clean up the fallout, and I'll come back zoomed out and we can do the rest of the face. Okay, we're back with the mascara on. Let's do skin. I'm gonna prime with the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. I didn't have any primer on before, so I was able to go in with like some micellar water and really get that fallout off. I knew that was gonna happen and I didn't wanna have to worry about it when I was doing my eyes, so I didn't prime or do anything with my skin except for a little bit of skin prep before I started filming. I'm starting to really figure out some of the things that are in the makeup advent calendar. I feel like almost half of the things that I've pulled out of there, I've known that they were in there because I've reached for them. One of the things that I looked for today was my Cosmetics Faded Clementine blush. I felt like it would maybe go well with this look and I couldn't find it. I think that it's in there. And then just now I was looking for Benefit Roller Lash to layer over the Milani Lash Primer. That's what I've been really enjoying for dramatic lashes lately. And I couldn't find it, so I ended up layering the Warrior Princess Mascara from Flower Beauty, which I'm currently testing, and Pat McGrath Dark Star, which is I feel like on its last legs, over the primer for this lash look. Okay, so my skin is primed. I also put on a little bit of lip balm to prep for that matte lipstick later. I am not a person who believes that a full glam look means that you have to have a full coverage foundation on. On the contrary, I usually try to get really natural looking skin and really like real looking skin when I have a lot of eye makeup on. But today I am going to use my one full coverage foundation, my like one foundation that I have. It's the Urban Decay Stay Naked. I don't think I've used this since like back before we closed our business, like back before COVID. I used to use this for those really full glam looks for photo shoots under like a ton of studio lighting. It was just quicker to use this to kind of blank out my face, and then I could like paint on top of it like a canvas. And I don't exactly want that look today. I do want more of a natural skin look, but I feel like I want to try getting it by shearing this out and kind of working with this in thin layers rather than going in with all of my concealing and color correcting like I usually do, just because I'm kind of bored with that. Because I've been wearing a lot of makeup lately and I've been dealing with this skin issue, and so I feel like I've been doing the same exact thing day after day after day for my skin and on camera as well, and I just want to try something a little bit different. This is a very thin foundation, even though it's full coverage, so I feel like it's one that might work for this technique. And I'm just gonna start like in one area of the face to see how it goes. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's definitely a bit matte for my tastes, but I think it will work. I'm gonna do like a thin layer on the whole face and then see if I wanna layer more on or just go in with spot concealer. All right, I'm just gonna use the teeniest bit of my brightening concealer. And now I'm gonna spot conceal. But I'm not being too obsessive about the spot concealer. I don't want it to look like there's too much makeup on my face. And I'm okay with it looking like my skin is blemished, because it is. I just wanted to like kind of tone it down and have that aspect of what's going on my face recede into the background. So now the big question, do I want to use a cream cheek or a powder cheek? I don't feel like I need to set my face. I think that Patrick Ta blush might be missing too. I think that might be in the advent calendar too. I should start a list of the things that I think are in there. So that's gonna be the lip, and it's gonna be matte. And the eye, I mean, it definitely doesn't look too structural. Like it doesn't look like too cliche holiday. I feel like if it did, I would maybe definitely want to go with a cream cheek, because I wouldn't want, I feel like a powder cheek, the more matte cheek, the more powdery cheek is gonna be more makeup-y and therefore in some ways like more classic holiday. I think that I kind of want to do a powder. I'm surprising myself, but I think that that is what I want to do. And I actually think I'm going to go in first with the Kevyn Aucoin Neo Highlighter in Sahara and bronze up my neck and sculpt actually on the edges of my face a little bit. I'm kind of going for it. I'm really doing it. All right, let's go in with Miel Glacé on the cheeks and see how it looks. I'm actually gonna bring a little bit of the blush into my eye look to make it all more blended. Well, so much for it not being very makeup-y. I really like the shine of this blush. I don't feel like I need to highlight with it. I am gonna add my mole back. I'm gonna use that same kohl liner that I used on my eyes. Oh, it's covered in glitter. I'm gonna use this lip liner instead. Okay, given that I used all that powder, I definitely feel like I have to spray my face with something. And I have this Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Luminizing Setting Spray that I've been testing out. So I'm gonna use it. I have my fan at the ready. I like that spray. This is only the second time I've used it. I feel like it did bring some life back to the powdered parts of my face, but it didn't put like a skin of illumination on the parts of my face that I don't want to be too shiny. Like sometimes illuminating setting sprays will make my entire face look highlighted, and it didn't do that. So I feel like it's well balanced. All right, let's do this lip. I'm gonna line with this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Bond Girl. It's not near the color of the lip liner, it's just a different tone of red, but I just wanna do something. I wanna line with a little bit of something to make it easier on me when I'm actually filling in the lip. Yeah, Bond Girl is a very softened version of a red. I feel like it's gonna help the bold red lip sit well on my skin tone because it's so high contrast otherwise, like my skin with a red like this. All right, let's do it. So I applied the lipstick pretty thickly, but it's not perfectly matching up with the edges. It's not like completely blended into the lip liner. I'm gonna go in with a brush and blend it together. Okay, I will have fast forwarded through all of that, but I'm just letting you know that it took like an hour. I mean, I've been here for like the better part of my young life and I'm still not sure it's even. This is part of why I don't usually do a sharp lip line. And this isn't even the sharpest. It's what we're doing today, okay? Full glam, full glam. But that's not all, because if you think that I'm going to my holiday Zoom party with Cimbri and Lauren in this sweatshirt, you're wrong. And if you think I'm going in this hair, you're wrong. I am gonna put on a sequence shirt. Okay, I'm back. I almost never get to wear this top and I'm really excited about it. Also, I've been filming for long enough that I felt like it was okay to start sipping my adult beverage, my festive beverage. And I think that what I'm gonna do for my hair is I'm gonna take these braids out. These braids have been in for days. I've been like, you know, sleeping in them and wearing them. This is something that I often do when my hair gets quite dirty, but I don't wanna wash it yet. But when I take the braids out, it's gonna be really textured and it'll be super easy to do like an interesting updo with some pins. And maybe even I'll pin my bangs back. I feel like that's kind of nice for a formal look. I mean, I could just go to the holiday party like this, I guess. Maybe I'll do that. Let's play with it. Let's play with the updo idea. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just pin some of my bangs back and just let these baby bangs live their best. Yeah, I feel like this says I'm kind of a hot mess, but I'm leaning into it. And that's what I like my full glam looks to say. Shall I add an earring? I feel like sometimes with a top like this, it's better to kind of not add too much jewelry, but maybe we're doing the most. I mean, I feel like I really am doing the most. And these are very festive earrings. I bought these secondhand, but they're from J. Crew. J. Crew makes beautiful costume jewelry. I also have these, which are very these might be it. I also have these. I feel like actually these are it. I mean, I was originally considering wearing these, but I feel like they compete with the lip. The eye and the lip are already kind of like doing something together. Let's put these on. These are from Anthropologie forever ago. I'm done, we're done, I did it just in time to make it on time to my holiday Zoom call with Cimbri and Lauren. But first I have to film that little part where I snap my fingers and say to this so I can insert it in the beginning of the video. To this. I also feel like I need to lower myself down so you can get, yeah, there we go. That's the, Now you can get the full effect of the hair piled high. And I know that there will be people asking, and I'll tell you, all I did was just start grabbing fistfuls and sticking it up there and sticking bobby pins into it, making sure that the bobby pins end up crossed with each other when they're deep in the hair. Like each bobby pin needs to have a friend that's crossing over itself because that's how they hang on. And because my hair was so dirty, and because it had been in those braids for so long and is relatively textured to begin with because it's pretty thick, it was, you know, I was able to do it. I was able to like build a sculpture of hair just using bobby pins and my wits. So that is it. That is my total glam holiday transformation. I had so much fun doing this, and I 100% would not have done this, would not have taken it this far if it wasn't part of this collab. So I really appreciate you, Khaki, for coming up with this idea, and Amanda for initially inviting me to be part of this group. I just don't know how I got so lucky. I feel really happy to be connected to you all and really, really glad that I did this. It was so fun. And not only do I strongly recommend that you click through and watch the other videos from the other people who did this, but I strongly recommend that you do it. And if you feel like you won't bring yourself to be able to do something to this level, like this extreme, just to sit around your house or just to like do a photo shoot with yourself, make a plan with friends, like schedule a little holiday party, the entire purpose of which is to show up in some version of full glam or your version of full glam. I really, in this moment sitting here about to go meet Cimbria and Lauren in our online chat and looking like this and having spent this time doing this, I feel like it's the best thing I could have done today. I just, even without YouTube, like everything separate, just to help to heal the wounded soul and like to just deal with the strangeness of this version of this season that we're going through right now. So strong recommend for all of it. Clicking through, watching, doing it yourself, and just getting a little bit of your holiday glam on. I really, really, really hope that this was fun to watch, that it was even a modicum as fun to watch as it was for me to do. And I really hope that you are remembering to take care of yourself, because that is what will make you the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.